Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nico and I am a full-time eBay reseller. So I just made like a 53-second video showing you my office with my camera phone, and oh my goodness, I am digging out. I will talk about that in my next few videos in more depth as I'm doing my haul video and as I'm talking about my new business that I'm starting, which is a little consignment business where I go to consignment stores and sell stuff. It is actually based on my one day of doing it in Denver. It's actually kind of business changing, I'm not gonna lie, but I won't put this on a shipping video. It will be probably today sometime when I go through and start doing the hauls. So if you're interested in knowing what is happening there, look for my video that says this consignment thing, or this is business changing or something like that. And I can't wait to explain to you how I think this is going to pan out when I'm in Denver, to pay all my expenses plus some. It's already worked the first day. I paid all my expenses, pretty much bought most of my bin stuff. I was about $50 short because I only did it for about 3 to 4 hours. But anyway, tune into that video. But for now, we got to ship. Let's see where we're at. I think I have everything in front of me. I got home last night around 10:30 from having been in Denver for, let's see, I was only in a hotel one night. My son came up. So I was in Laramie, staying the night there. Then I took my mom to the airport on Wednesday, and I did not expect to stay Wednesday night. But my son ended up coming up there, and I wanted to, just get some extra work done. It's a long story, but we were very blessed not to be in a huge accident. I tried to take my mom to the airport via a road called Highway 287. You can look it up if you're interested. It's called Highway 287. It cuts from Wyoming into Fort Collins, Colorado. And there was a major head-on collision just like 20 cars up from us. And so we waited about an hour for them to open the road. We saw the Flight for Life. We saw everything. And in Wyoming, it is true, there's just a lot of accidents, especially in the winter. So normally the road is open, or they at least let cars go around. It's a good thing that we turned around. I had to go all the way back to Laramie, 30 miles, double back, and then take the interstate, which is the longer way, to get my mom to her flight. So thankfully we had left like 6 hours early for a 2.5 hour trip. We had planned on leisurely having breakfast and all of these things. So we ended up eating food in the car and, stuff I don't like to do all the time. But it's fine. We were safe, and I feel bad. There were 2 fatalities, and then a 14-year-old boy was airlifted. That was what the Flight for Life was. So very tragic situation, but we were blessed to be, just not too many cars behind it. Like we could see, everything, not, close enough to see the actual people, but we saw the Flight for Life helicopter and all of that. So, but that took a lot of my time on Wednesday trying to get my mom up to her flight so she didn't miss it. And by then, I literally, other than a bathroom break, had been in the car 6 straight hours trying to get her to the airport, and I just didn't want to come home, and my son was up there and fine with it. So it's a good thing I didn't, because now it was a very profitable overnight thing, even though I had to get a hotel. So anyway, let's get started, guys. My husband pulled all these orders for me, so that's a blessing. Let's see where we are. We have 10 orders for $515.83. All of these orders are in the last 24 hours, except for the silverware, which I will show you. It was a big order. It had a lot of pieces to it. It was a bunch of different listings all put in one box. So I didn't want to put my husband through that. I mean, he's smart enough to do it and follow my directions. But all of these silverware things look the same. And my customer has ordered from me before, and I just didn't want to mess up her order. So I was fine to wait today. It was within my 2-day shipping time. So I just decided to wait. So we are at 10 orders, $515.83. Technically in the last 48 hours, about 300 of it is in the last 24 hours. My husband and I shipped all the other clothing and things like that that sold. All right, I think I have my scissors, my tape. I did a massive cleanup upstairs. I unpacked my stuff from, coming here. Like I said, my car still needs cleaned as far as like wash clean. But I'm pretty much back to reset to zero, as you call it. I'm back to where I need to be upstairs. Down here, not so much. So let's do the priorities, right? When you have a mess like this, and in my life, I always am bringing home a mess, and then it takes me a few days to catch up. I don't like doing it this way. If you've seen my videos, you know I wish I could just every day just do a little bit, go to the bins, come back, go to the bins the next day like a normal human, but I can't do that. I haul it too far. So this does bother me, but I've learned to just set my priority for the day, get that done, and then just work my way out of it. And then when it's cleaned up, I get to go again. So that's my motivation to clean it up. This is a Primal jersey. This might even be my son's. He does buy some jerseys sometimes. I'll print it off and ask him. This is just a Colorado classic. The bins are full of local cycling things. And I try to not Google Lens them, but I try to look on eBay for them before I buy them now, because I'm trying to get out of the $14 and $15 sales. I am really diligently trying to get to where I sell things for $30 plus shipping. And it's not easy. I'm not saying that's the easy way to go. It's not easy. But this one sold via promoted listings. It sold for $15.83 plus shipping, so $24.43. Not a bad sale, considering that, we didn't pay hardly anything for it, but still. All right. Let's see how much this weighs. This is going to Warren, Illinois. 7 ounces. And I charged them $6.95 for first class shipping. And, this isn't an expensive item. This is a $15 item. I had a gal, and I'm sorry I didn't catch her name. I was just literally on the road all week, or I would mention you by name. Thank you for your kind comments. But she was saying that, she learned a lot from my shipping videos. If this was an expensive item, I would upgrade them at my own expense to priority just to get the free insurance. But if they claim this didn't show up, in my business, I can afford this now. So if they claim, I never got my jersey and it's $15 plus shipping, I'm at a place where instead of buying insurance or upgrading them to priority, I'm going to go ahead and just take the risk. Now, if you look, when you're shipping on eBay, it says first class package, no included shipping coverage. But again, this is a risk I'm willing to take. And so I'm going to go ahead and ship it first class. On expensive items, even on clothing, if it's like $75 or above, even if it's lightweight like this, I tend to charge them priority shipping, put it in a padded flat rate, and I tend to get the free insurance that way on higher end things. Or if for some reason they've just asked a lot of questions and there's something about them that makes me think, okay, they're trying to already claim it hasn't showed up and I haven't even shipped it yet. If you haven't been on eBay long, you'll get those people, you're just like, okay, the questions he's asking seem like he's preparing for it not to go well, right? So on those, I just pay a couple extra bucks out of my own pocket, upgrade it to priority, and protect myself. Oh, and also thank you guys for praying for Frodo. I am not kidding you. That was a very scary situation. I don't think I've talked, maybe I did since then, but he acted like he was on the end. He just limped around, slithered on the ground. I'm not kidding you. My doggy. But he's fine. He's a drama king. He did have something wrong. He wasn't totally making it up, but it certainly was not to that level. But he's doing great. Back to his normal self. Anyway, sorry guys. First class, $4.20. I charged $6.95. Technically, I'm keeping some money on this, but remember the promoted listing, which I had on this one, and also the eBay fees include the shipping. So I'm paying 10% at least on that shipping to eBay, and I'm also paying whatever the percent is for clothing out of that also. So I'm not really keeping $2.50. I'm keeping more like 50 or 60 cents is all. I can't wait to show you guys my haul and tell you about what I'm doing in Denver. I am so excited. I literally consider just like letting my husband ship for the next week and just implementing what I want to get done in Denver. But I don't think that I can, you know, make enough on there to do it full time based on where I live. Plus, I would be dependent too much on one chain store, and I don't want to do that. You know, if they decided that I was just selling too much to them, they might cut me off, and I don't want to build a whole business around that. But it looks very promising. Okay, next. All right, now this, I'll see if I can show it to you and get it back in the bag. If you ever see these are National Geographic expedition jackets, and they will have the place. So this one is one of the ones that people want. It's Antarctica, Lindblad Cove. I'm trying to see if I can show you the, let me just show you. That's what the video is about, right? You might have seen this on my haul, but I know not everybody can catch everything. So when you see this is the National Geographic logo, and it says Explorer. It is worth picking up and looking, and it has all these weird details. Now this jacket has some what I think might be permanent markings right there. It's very faint, and maybe they are going to try to stain clean it. I don't know, but right here on the arm. If this did not have this, I would have charged about $125. As it was, I had it at about $85. I wanted to give them a discount because of that. But somebody offered me $50, and it's the middle of June, or it's not the middle, but it's June. And I thought, you know, $50 for something that I paid about $5 for in the bins is worth it. Go ahead and get it rotated out of here, you know, in the middle of summer. I could hold out till winter for 30 more bucks, but I decided not to do that. So I went ahead and took the offer. So I got $50 for this plus shipping, so $66.65, and no promotions of any kind because they made the offer. All right, let me get this going. Oh, it really hurt to leave Denver because I had to go down this one road to get to this consignment store I was going to. And there's a bunch of neighborhoods along the way, like neighborhood after neighborhood. And I am not exaggerating or joking at all. About 3 of the major neighborhoods on that stretch, just this one street in Denver, not all the streets, just one street called Parker Road in Denver, kept saying community sale tomorrow. And then you drive another mile or two and it'd say another neighborhood, community sale Friday and Saturday. And so there have to be 100 garage sales within like a 5-mile radius right there. But I had already, you know, really I have enough for weeks and weeks. I'm already kind of overstocked. And so to justify just staying there, I really couldn't, but I wanted to. All right, this is 2 pounds, 15 ounces. So I'm going to put 3 because, I mean, because if I upgrade to 216, 2 pounds, 16 ounces, it's going to go to 3 anyway. And that's what I had in there. This is going to Winchester, Virginia. Let's see, I charged him $14. So this is parcel select technically. But yeah, priority goes way up. So I'm going to stick with the parcel select. I don't get insurance coverage on this, so this one's iffy. I don't think I'm going to put, you know, like any kind of extra stuff on this. I don't know, maybe I will. I'll just upgrade to priority. It is like a $70 order all in almost. So it's going to mark it up to $15.02 on the shipping. I charged $14. So I'll kick in a couple dollars just to get insurance. It's fine. I'm sure he's a good guy and nothing's going to go wrong, but so let's go ahead and do that. On things that are over $100 or tend to be targeted by people who say, oh, you know, my Xbox didn't show up, then I will spend $3 on signature confirmation. I don't do that a whole lot because I think if eBay shows the tracking and shows that it went to the address, they tend to protect you, but not always. So sometimes I just like to take that out of the equation, and I just, on things that tend to be a target for that, I just charged more in shipping, and I put right in the listing, will be shipped with signature confirmation and insurance. And that does seem to really cut down on, you know, the people who try to claim, you know, I know it says delivered, but it really wasn't. It does tend to take care of some of that. All right, let's see our next order. Let me make sure you're still here with me. Yep. All right. This is a Go Softly patio dress. At one point, these were selling for quite a bit for me. Now, this is a size XL, and I've had this a while, and they just aren't really getting me as much as they used to. I don't know. I heard someone else mention it once. I believe I discovered these on my own, but I can't say that for sure. But either way, I would pick every single one of these up at one point. But now that I'm only getting, you know, 15 bucks for them, I'm not going to really pick them up anymore. This is a size XL. It's beautiful. It has great tassels. But I just ended up holding on to this. And the sell-through rate is not at 100% anymore. So I won't pick this up anymore. So anyway, they used a 22% off coupon, no promotions. So in the end, they're paying $18.85 all in. There are just other brands that are performing well for me right now, and so I'm just trying to you know, pick up what's performing. Maybe in the winter, because some of these are kind of heavy and more flannel looking. Maybe in the winter when everybody's cozy on the couch watching TV or, you know, sipping cider, maybe these will go back up and I'll pick them up again. But right now I'm not. All right, 15 ounces. So let's see, going to Raymore, Missouri. And it's going to cost $6.22. Oh, man overboard. Either orders or empty boxes are falling over. So $6.22, and I charged $6.75, which is not enough, really. I should have charged closer to $7 because I'm paying fees and everything on this, but it's okay. I mean, when you see how much you're paying on $9 in shipping when you're shipping priority mail flat rate, or on $8.30 or whatever the customer paid. So in my case, they're paying about $9.95. When you realize you're paying eBay fees on that, at least at 10% or whatever the clothing is, and I should know that exactly what the percentage is on clothing, but I don't. But it's over 10%. It's more like 13 to 15, I think. But when you realize you're paying 10 to 15% in eBay fees on the shipping that you're collecting, then on, just say $10, because I'm charging like $9.95, that's a whole nother dollar in just eBay fees. So keep that in mind. You can go look that up, but you do pay promotional fees and fees on the shipping. And eBay used to not do that, but for obvious reasons, people would put $1 and then put $25 in shipping on something, and so they started charging fees on that. That is where that came from. Now this is another item that if I wanted to wait till fall, I could get about $35, maybe even $40 if I waited. This is a really nice brand. This is Sitka Gear XL, and you'll see it on the back there. They're just a real high quality flannel. I pick up Dixon flannels and Sitka Gear, sometimes Alaska Hard Gear. I can get $25 and over. So I had about $35 on this, but it's the middle of June and this guy really wanted it. He tried last week to get me to come down to 25 and I was like, no, I'm holding in there, you know. And then another week has gone by. I've had no other interest or offers, and I picked this up at the bins, I believe, if I'm remembering correct. I've bought so much stuff lately I can't tell you, but at the least, or at the most, I paid $5. So I was fine with his offer. I took it this week. $25 plus shipping, so $37.83. No promotions or coupon were used on this one. I don't think I promoted this. I am trying to, on things that I know are going to sell right away, I'm trying to not put much promotion or not as much promotion. And if you look at Sitka Gear shirts, there aren't that many. There might be 100, 200 at any given time. So this is an item that you don't really need to promote. My rule of thumb is if there's like 2,000 of something, it is worth 10% to get people to see yours first. But where a brand is really quick selling and there's only 100 at any given time, I don't feel like I need to promote that. So this is only 14 ounces, but I was either gone when I launched it or I just decided to put it in a priority. So I charged $9.95. It's going to cost $8.30. That is something that probably could have gone first class. When I'm gone, it's hard to weigh things. So I launch things from my drafts. And sometimes I'm off on the shipping. And then when I come home and actually put it away, I correct it. But for now, it's fine. That's probably why he, bid a little bit less though, because I'm charging about $2.50 more in shipping than I would have. I usually charge on first class $6.95 and I charge $9.95, so $3. So that's a huge difference to a customer. That is a huge, huge, huge difference, right? So I'm trying to think in my head what my priority is. I'm running out of room in my garage and I need to do more editing. But I got great stuff to launch and list too. So it's like, what do I do first? All right, this is another brand that I just don't pick up as much anymore. I know other people are doing really well with it. I might just be not giving it enough time and just saying no when people offer. This is a Catherine's. This is a beautiful shirt. It's a size 4X. It's geometric. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. But I've had this for going on probably 5 weeks and had very little interest, no decent offers. So I went ahead and just took $9 plus shipping, so $16.38 total. It did sell via promoted, so I had this promoted. And if I'm gonna pick this up, I will just put $30 on it and just wait a year. But I have other brands that perform right away for me, and so I'm just gonna do that. I like Catherine's, and I don't know why I can't get it to sell as much. I know other people are getting around the $20 to $25 mark on these. I guess I'm just not being patient enough. But anyway, I picked that up at the bins. It's still, like a $6 profit, so it's fine. All right, so let's see how much this weighs. There's always that first sale of the morning that I take no matter what, just to get my store moving. I find that that really does make a difference, and that may be what this was. I am traveling. I'm not listing as much this week, so this kind of stuff keeps my store going when I'm gone. I charged $6.75, and it's $5.17 in shipping. Okay. Well, this will be one group of stuff out of my storage. So I think what I'm going to do next is an editing video. And so I'm going to take about 2 hours, and I'm going to edit the oldest stuff that I have that has not been edited. If you've been with my channel for very long, you've seen some of my past editing videos. If you want to, please go back and look at those. I try everything before I edit by hand. The first thing I try is just not to buy anything that's going to hang around and need edited. That's step number one. Common sense, right? But, you know, I did end up with some things that aren't moving, just like everybody else. And then I try to have sales. I have, like, you know, sales that are tiered, and they get more and more as we go along. But in the end, you know, sometimes you just end up with stuff that just does not sell. So I think I'm going to take an hour or two, turn on some podcasts that I've missed and that I want to listen to, and do the actual editing itself, and then I'll make the video of what I edited, and then that will allow me a lot more space in my garage too, just by scrunching everything up. I'm not necessarily going to get rid of that much. I just you know, want to go check it out and see why I still have it. All right, this is a bolo. These are called Linen Fox, and this is a size small, and I found 2 pair of these, I believe, in the bins. You would have to go back to my haul video, and there I'm accurate where I found things. This I've had for about 2 months, and these, I think I priced these at like $55 originally, but I've had them 2 months, so I took $38.36 plus shipping, so $49.51. As the name says, Linen Fox, these are linen pants. This brand tends to have linen items. So great sale. If I would have put it at 30, I think it would have flipped within a week. But I did want to hold out somewhat for something. So I held out on that one. That was good. This is a rare brand. I mean, at any given time, there's like 100 people that have this. So on items like that, I do tend to hold out more because I know that this is rare. On Catherine's, I haven't tested the market. I need to go back and look at the sale through and see what I should be doing on that. This is going to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, $6.75, and it costs $5.04. So yeah, my mom is gone to Texas till this coming Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I need to be in Denver again, and I'll talk about this in my next few videos, but I want to go to Denver Monday afternoon if I can. If not, Tuesday for sure, and I want to have a day before she flies in to get a lot of work done. And then Wednesday morning before I go pick her up, I can get some more work done. And then she is willing, but she doesn't really want to hang out with me in Denver while I go to the bins. She would if she had to, but she doesn't want to do that. And so then when she flies in, we'll go have a nice supper, and then I'll bring her home. And I don't think that I will come home until Saturday because my son and I are gonna go to garage sales this Friday. We keep saying we're gonna go do the big garage sale push, and we wanted to this Friday, but it keeps being forecast with rain. Because of that, a lot of people aren't having garage sales. Now in Denver, apparently they are, but you know, where we live, there just aren't that many advertised, not enough for us to guarantee that we can source enough for the week. So we had to go ahead and do other sourcing. So I chose the bins, and my son chose, you know, going to Denver and getting some stuff. Normally, if there's enough garage sales, you can guarantee at some level you're going to find something. All right. This is, how much did I get on this? here? Let me see. I don't even know. I haven't even seen these sales because I didn't pull them. This is another item. I do pick up Nike still, but I am very picky what I pick up. I try to get either vintage Nike or something. This I've had for at least 6 months, maybe almost a year. It's a Live Strong jacket. I picked this up, I'm sure, at the bins. I would not have bought this at a normal store. This is sold for $11.74 plus shipping, so $19.78. It is like a lightweight packable jacket. It's I put Gorp Core in it and a lot of good keywords, but it still took a long time to sell. So this is another purchase that I would not pick up. It doesn't match what I'm trying to get to. And I think there's always going to be, what, 10, 20% clearance, at least in my store. No matter how hard I try, I'm going to miss it sometimes. But I look at Target and Walmart. You know, they don't get it right all the time either. They always have baskets full of clearance, right? And they have, you know, people getting paid millions of dollars a year to try not to do that, and they still do it. So I don't feel bad about myself. I just want to be as, you know, focused as I can, but it's fine. This is still a profit. This is still like a $7 profit in the end. It's going to cost $5.17. It's going to Venice, Florida, and I charged $6.75. So yeah, my business has definitely overflowed into the rest of the house. I have some stuff on my kitchen table that has to do with doing the jewelry, because to get myself to be motivated to do a whole nother consignment thing on top of what I already do, I've been watching TV with my husband at night upstairs and working on the jewelry. So I have a little bit of a mess, just like a little bit of stuff on the kitchen table. Not too bad. Then there's the entryway here where you come into my house, which that is like my limit. Like, I don't mind if this is trashed, and you know, that's fine, but that has a bunch of stuff dumped in it because I haven't even shown anyone this yet. But her dad was the lady who I'm doing the jewelry for. Sorry, I keep acting like everybody watches every video. I'm doing a consignment, huge, massive estate for this lady whose parents both died in a car accident. And her dad collected milk bottles. And he had what she feels were some rare ones. And so she brought them back. And, you know, so I have a lot of glassware to do. I didn't take all the glassware, just like those I think have some potential. And then I'm doing hundreds and hundreds of pieces of jewelry. And then I have some vintage toys. And those just got stuck out in my entryway. I obviously don't have room in here. And then the back bedroom, which is really a no-no to me. I hate it. But no one's in there, and we're not having company till next weekend. So it's fine. But it overflowed into my spare bedroom. And I've got packing, consignment clothing, empty boxes. I mean, it's almost as bad as this. And so my business has definitely overflowed what I'm comfortable with, so I've got to do a massive cleanup. All right, guys, we have some bigger orders now. I guess this one here is a single. All right, so if you happen to have caught my haul video from about a month ago now, I guess it is, like 3 or 4 weekends ago, I bought about 25 boxes of different silverware. And there's soup spoons, iced tea spoons, seafood service spoons, I guess they are, all kinds of stuff. And this is a single order. This is, I think, the first single order I've had. Now, this girl says repeat buyer. So I think she must have bought one other spoon, and then now she's ordering another one, which I feel bad because she's paying a lot more in shipping. But this is, you know, the only one on this one. So she must have decided to get another piece, and maybe that's what she can afford, is just one piece at a time. But anyway, so he had $3 a piece marked on them. The estate person did. And I took the whole box up. They were sitting there. I was not the first person to the estate sale. But I took the whole box up, and I told my husband to. And asked him what he wanted, and he said $50 for all of it. And I said, yes, sir, I will do that. So I paid, in the end, around $2 a box. And this one sold for $16.50 plus shipping, so $28.68. It is considered an atomic pattern. Boy, that estate sale has been a blessing. I sold so many towels from there. I sold this tablecloth that I'll show you in a minute. It was a huge blessing because I think I spent about $100 or less there. And the first day that I listed the silverware, I doubled my money. So that is what it's all about. When that happens, guys, oh man, it's a blessing. It is a huge blessing. So I am very thankful. And I know some people criticize, doing hard goods and clothing and trying to do too much. And you can tell, like, they are correct. Look at my office right now. Because I'm trying to do too many different types of things. I have boxes everywhere, packing everywhere. So they are not incorrect. I do agree with them in principle. But I also have to find what I can find. And right now, this was just an opportunity that I didn't feel like I could pass up. So I went ahead and took it. All right. So I've got that packaged up for this gal. Because this is there's a possibility that she's not going to use the spoons. There's a possibility that she might decorate her kitchen with it. Actually, I still have kind of a red kitchen theme going on. It's kind of changing into the 60s and 70s greens and oranges because I found some amazing pieces in the last 2 years. But I have the red KitchenAid mixer, and I still have some red curtains and things going on. So it's possible that she's wanting this for the box as much as for the spoons. So that's why I didn't just throw it in a mailer, because you never know who is going to decorate with it versus use it. And I know those of you who've been on eBay a long time, you know that. All right, so I charged her $10.50. It's going to Fulton, Missouri. And it's only going to cost $7.87 by parcel select. By priority, it's $7.96. So, she's already paying me a couple extra dollars in her mind for shipping. So I'm going to upgrade her to priority and at least get it there faster. I think, 50 cents to make some good customer service is definitely worth it. I don't even think it was that much extra, was it? It was just a few cents. So, Missouri, here we come on this one. I still have 50 items of just my son's stuff that he gives me to consign. He's my full-time consignment client that I work with because I charge him 50% just like I do anybody else. And he is a picker, so he finds good stuff. He's not giving me $10 items most of the time. So I am more than happy to do his because sometimes my half is like $100. So I'm more than willing to do it. But I have 50 really good items that I haven't even had a chance to show you. So I probably will show you those today also because I need to, they're drafted out by my virtual assistant, but they're not put away. They're right here under my feet. So, and some of them are breakable. So I need to show you before, in other words, I can't skip this video and then just show you when I ship the items, when they sell, because a lot of them are breakable and I pre-pack my items so that my husband can help me ship when I'm gone. So we're going to do a haul on that sometime today. All right. This item, good riddance. This is a huge item. Look at this, guys. I don't know if you can see this. All right, so what this is, it's packed, and I'm not going to unpack it because there is a glass piece to this, and I wrapped it really well. The problem is that I really pack my glass items well, so some people don't, and so I'm sure someone else offered the same pan for $10, $15 less in shipping. And on big items that are glass, I do have people say, well, why is your shipping so high? Can't you reduce the shipping? And I have to tell them, first of all, I live in Wyoming, so no matter where you live, I'm off the interstate and it's going to cost more. Secondly, I double box, I pack really well, and so my shipping is more. That's why my son and I, we try not to do stuff like this, because we are at a disadvantage living in Wyoming unless someone from California buys it, right? That's our best, really biggest state. If I ship to New York or Florida or some of these other big states, I mean, it's huge. It's a huge cost. So anyway, my son looked this up. It's an Anna Boardi, Boiardi Flavor Pro 5.5 quart fast cooking pressure cooker. It has the lid. And if you want to, you can go look in my store. It's Outstanding Books on eBay. You can find me that way. If you want to keep up with my sales, that's fine. You know, if you're going to look around a lot, please buy something small just to offset, you know, that you're in there searching my stuff, because then it does bring down my my numbers. So when you're looking at someone else's eBay store, try to, you know, just look at one or two things, or if you're going to hang out in there, which is fine with me, just try to buy some little things so that eBay doesn't think that you looked at everything I have and then said, nah, that's nasty, I don't want to buy it. It does hurt you in the search. So try to do that for anyone whose videos you're watching. But if you want to go see what I'm talking about, see a picture of this, go to my solds. We tried, we could not find this exact pan, and some of her stuff does go really, really high. But this one is not one of them. Either that or the size of the shipping is just too much. So we've had this for 6 months and we're just done with it. So we only got $19.80 plus shipping, so $51.52. Definitely I would not go to the trouble to box something up for $19, and I'm splitting that with my son too. Now thankfully this is going to California, so I charged $30 in shipping, $29.99, and UPS ground is $23.43. So we'll get a tiny bit, you know, of a thing on the shipping. I'm just seeing what parcel is. Yeah, parcel is a lot. Whew. Hopefully, you know, I mean, I measure my dimensions and everything. I don't think it's very often I have UPS come back and say, no, you owe us more. That's always a danger when you're shipping on eBay. If you haven't noticed, they do not take the UPS shipping out right away. They charge you in about 2 weeks based on what UPS says you owe. So hopefully this is what it is. If not, as long as it's not $25 more, I'm fine. I'll just lose money on the thing. But anyway, I should keep about $6 on this, on the shipping. So my son and I'll split about $26 profit. But we got rid of it, and sometimes, you know, you make a mistake. So let's go ahead. Let me reweigh this and just make sure. Okay, so I need to have 8 pounds, and it may go down. I don't think it's going to. The problem with this is that it's 24 inches long, and anything over 18 inches is going to hurt you. So I have 24 inches, 6 by 16 by 11, and it did not help the shipping. Oh well. All right, so $23.43. But look at how big this is, and I've had this in my garage, in my inventory area for, I think it's 6 months. I mean, it could maybe be 4 or something like that, but way too long. This needs out of there. You know, it's a balance, because I think you've seen me on my editing videos remove stuff that my son and I tried together, and you know, you're like, why did we do that? But then you've also seen us ship blow molds that we make, you know, $100 profit on in 2 days. So if you don't take a few chances, you're not going to get the really good stuff. So we continue to, you know, have a hunch about something. We'll take a chance. We don't do it every day. We really try to do Terapeak research and not end up in this situation. But it may be that somebody really loves this, but they aren't willing to pay $30 in shipping, and I don't blame them, honestly. You know, there's a lot of pressure cookers out there. All right. Let me put some eBay tape on here. And this is the type of thing on this one. If they said, oh no, that doesn't work, I want to return it, I would just like refund their money and move on with my life. I am not going to take a return on this thing. Plus, most people don't ship the way I do, and there's a good chance you would end up getting it back broken. It's not worth it. So hopefully this goes well. Okay, now we have the good one. I think this is the best one. Okay, this is a repeat. Sorry, I have no room, guys, here, as I showed you. I guess that's just packing. I don't even know what... oh, that's a leather coat. All right. Whew. Yeah, there was a really close call yesterday on shipping. On this box, I have 1146, and I did it. It's my writing. I did it. But another item, number 1146, is... it was some little toy of my son's. And so my husband, he just pulled number 1146. That's what he saw. And we were about to ship it, and I don't know. He said something about the weight or something. And I'm like, wait a minute. That toy should not be like 5 pounds. And anyway, I had two 1146s. I must have been tired, or I have no clue, guys. But that is a heavy Hugo Boss jacket, which is worth over $100. And, you know, thankfully my husband and I, that's why we're type A. I'm like, okay, look at this. What's, you know, going on, all that. And thankfully we caught it, and I need to put that one back, and he grabbed the little toy. So, whew. All right, so this here, I sold a lot of the silverware. So let me show you. Now this lady bought that first day I listed this, she bought a ton of it already. So she more than paid for my experience at that estate sale, and I have about 8 boxes of this left, and then she's buying this now. So this is definitely pure profit. Plus I have 8 boxes left to sell. Plus I sold one to the gal just a second ago that we went through. So she's a repeat buyer. She has a ton of feedback. Maybe she's reselling it and waiting. I don't care. I don't know, whatever. And she must have watched my store or become a follower of my store. If you want 30% off coupons in my store, become a follower on my store, because I do faithfully send big coupons on my store to my followers. So anyway, she bought 6 more boxes. She said she was really happy with the last one she got, and she bought all of these. So the total order for these, plus she bought this tablecloth. Let me show you. She bought this terry cloth tablecloth, just gorgeous, just 70s, just typical 1970s. It's called Tulip Time, and it's pretty. Anyway, she bought this. All of it together is, the total order, including the shipping, is $202.20. And I had to get kind of a wide box to be able to get everything in. Now I've got to put it back in there, guys. I had it in there, but all right. Let me, now I might have too much packing to actually get back in. But anyway, it's great to have repeat customers. I'm hoping in a few weeks that she decides to come back and get the other 8. You know, she might. Maybe she just, I mean, she's already spent almost $400 with me, so in the last few weeks. So maybe she'll come back. All right, so let's get this out of here. Let's see where this is going. I had another order come in that I'll ship. I'll tell you about it, and then we'll ship it. So I forgot where she's from. Oh, good, California. That's right. That's good, because that means that I can use a little bit bigger box, even if it's longer. I love my customers from California because the shipping just isn't outrageous, right? And I love eBay, but and this tape actually seems pretty sticky. You know, maybe I got a bad batch one time, but I've never exactly trusted the eBay tape, honestly. But you know, this batch actually, now that I'm getting ready to say that, it maybe they got some complaints or something, because it seems like I would almost trust shipping with this. I usually kind of decorate the package with this, or I use it for like first class packages where it's not going to come open because of the weight of something. So I have a ton of this eBay tape, and okay, let me weigh my box again. All right, we are at 4 pounds 11 ounces, and see, I had 7 pounds 10 ounces. I didn't. eBay did that when I combined the order. I'm like, why would I be that far off? I'm like getting really defensive here. Like, what happened? Okay, I need my yardstick, guys. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Total Chaos, guys. I am working my way out of it though. And actually, I mean, I don't love the chaos, but I love doing what I do. And I guess I'm used to chaos, you know, when I'm a nurse, or if I ever do nursing, you know, it is total chaos. No matter what job you have, if you're really working with people, it is total chaos. All right. I'm putting some real tape, as I call it, just for good measure, just to make sure. Okay. So this was 4 pounds, 11 ounces, and now I need to measure. Because this is a combined order, I don't have my measurements done. If this were one item, I pre-pack and I pre-measure so that my husband can just look at the box, make sure that it's correct, and help me ship. That's the only way I can be gone like I am, other than hiring a full-time shipper, which I have had in the past. I have had a friend of mine who used to work for me. She always did a very diligent job. But, you know, my husband, it only takes us about an hour a day, and so it's not financially feasible, really. It's much better. And this gal listed and did a bunch of other stuff, too, for me. But she has her own full-time eBay now, and she's actually doing pretty well. You know, she can't get out of town to source like I do, so she sells items that people kind of give her, or she does the best she can in town. So it's not quite the same, but she's doing very well. All right, so going to California, let's see, where are we at? I charged her well, I didn't, but the combined order would be $61.25 in shipping if, you know, eBay didn't combine the shipping. It's only going to cost $14.82. Now, I am going to put signature confirmation and additional insurance on here to protect myself and this gal. This gal is not, I mean, she has so much feedback. She's not going to claim it didn't show up. But a box like this, you know, showing up in California on her doorstep, there is theft. Such a thing as theft everywhere. And I just don't want to take a chance. So I'm going to spend some of the money. I'm going to spend, let's see what the total is here. $21.24 total. Out of the $61.25, I'm going to actually spend that much. Now, I do ship cover insurance. I've tried to get a claim at a UPS one time, just not worth your time. To go to the website, and it always times out on you, naturally speaking, and, you know, it's always just timing out. I do not buy UPS insurance. It just isn't even worth the time. So if I need insurance, I actually go to buy ship cover insurance, which that's offered on eBay. If you're not showing it, you can click the drop down button on the liability insurance and it will give you ship cover. I don't know if it's perfect, but you have a little bit better chance of getting a claim from them because, you know, they don't want to lose their contract with eBay. USPS insurance, It seems like I've gotten one claim one time, and I think it was for like $17, and I tried. I think the one on UPS was literally under $20, and it was just so much hassle I gave up, and I think that's what they want you to do. So anyway, my rant is that I do ship cover insurance, guys. So anyway, it's going to cost $21.24, so I will refund her around $38. I'm going to go do that right now. So that's just what I feel safe with. I know some people that unless it's a $500 order, they don't worry about any of this. But I feel a little more comfortable, not just for myself, but for the customer, if I can say, you know, I'm sending this via signature confirmation. That way it looks like I've done my job too on this. All right, so as soon as this prints, I'm going to tell you about the new order that came in. So this is not included in the $515. I sold a vintage Rolodex turn style thing. It's a wood tone rotary business card file holder for $23 plus shipping, so $36.93. And that is a consignment item from my son. And we kind of clearanced it out a little bit. We took about $5 less than we wanted, but it just wasn't selling. But anyway, it was a good sale. So thanks guys for paying attention to my video, tuning in today. I think I'm going to go do the editing video next. I'm not 100% sure because I got to look at which mess is bigger. So I'm going to try to tackle the next biggest mess. Shipping had to go out, so that was an easy focus thing. I knew that that was my first priority this morning. But anyway, I'm going to get this Rolodex out and then come back and start cleaning the garage by editing. Thanks for tuning in. If you don't mind liking my channel, it really does help me. And go follow my eBay store if you'd like to receive some coupons or whatever. And then subscribe if you can. I'll see you back in a little bit here. Bye-bye.